Hello. I wanted to just because show how to operate an old lantern, which I've filled up already, so we don't have to do it in this video. But I really like them because of their primitiveness. How you light it is first you have to push the wick out of its little nub, which is going to be hard to get it to focus. But there is it pushed out of its nub. And then you take a lighter of your choice, of course. I'm going to use Zippo. And you simply light it and trim it until the flame is barely short enough to where it doesn't have a tail, a long wispy tail. Once it's that short, you're free to put the globe back on it, which makes it windproof. After this, you want to trim it down further until it's barely small enough to make as much light as it was before. The flame is barely sticking out of the nub, but it's creating just as much light as before. And by doing this, you can save lots of fuel. That's it lit. And I could imagine lots of people being curious of if you've just gotten one and it does not have any fuel in it, you of course full it up. But before it's able to run, there's an important step that you must do first. Because it gets its fuel through a wick, you must push the wick out all the way until there's just barely any wick down here. And you dip the wick in the fluid to get it wet. Then you roll it back up. And this wrings it out also. After this, you put it on normally, and that will get the entirety of the wick wet with fluid so it can burn healthily. After that, you can light it as just before. And trim it down until it doesn't have a tail. And put the globe back on. And trim it down further until it's just small enough to make that amount of light. And this small source of light can light as much as you need. And if you even need more light than this, you can simply push out the wick until it produces the right amount of light for you.